Hello, my name is Kathy, and today on this video I'm going to talk about the 4 stages of competence. Hello, thank you for joining me today on this video. So if you don't know me, I'm doing network marketing for the last 3 years, and I'm French, so that's why my accent is different. And I'm going to talk about the 4 stages of competence. But first I want to show you and let you know about the learning process and the learning pyramid. So you have different stages already on this learning pyramid. So you have the passive teaching method and you have the participating teaching method. So you have to understand that you have 90% of retention rate when you are using the participating method, which is more about teaching others and about passing information. So that is how you're going to build your business. So the passive teaching method is more about books, about giving some maybe some textbook, giving some audio, something that they have to do on their own, and it's going to be maybe too overwhelming for them because they're going to have all this information and then they're going to maybe quit because it may be too much for them. So when you're doing this participating teaching method, is more having a group, more having an interaction between you, between your community, between your followers, customers, or distributors. So that's why when you're on Facebook, it's very good to have a group, so you can this way help others, and you can give them maybe a step-by-step instead of giving them all this information, and they would be overwhelmed. So if you do maybe a step-by-step, some little videos, that's how you're going to ask them maybe to participate. That's how you're going to teach them. That's how you're going to have a more retention rate on people learning your new skill. Okay, so that's how you're going to teach your team, but it's good also for you because, for example, if you are part of a community and there is something that you can't do, or maybe you're doing a video, you don't know how to edit it, and it's always great to participate in the community and ask questions. First, you're not wasting time, and then this way you'll be able maybe to meet other people. All right, so that is a great way. So that is the pyramid, the learning pyramid. So these two teaching method, the passive and the participating. Participating is always better to build your business. So the first stage of competence is the unconscious incompetence. So in that stage, you are going to identify the skill you have to learn, and you have to get a mentor or coach that is going to teach you. In that stage, you need to be coachable. And that is, some people think they know better, they don't need a coach, they're not coachable, and they are not going to move forward because they are not going to maybe to take critiques, they're not going to learn a new skill. And that at that stage, you have to identify if you really need a mentor and if you are coachable. If you're not coachable, you cannot and you won't bring your business to the next level. Then the second stage of competence is the conscious incompetence. So in this one, you have identified your skill that you need to learn, but then you're going to get some rejection, and then or you're going to be too perfectionist. This stage is what others are going to think. So you want to be too perfectionist to please everybody, to make sure that you're doing the right thing, but then you're going to get objections, and that is how you're going to maybe be being overwhelmed, or you're not going to move forward in your business because you're going to take it very personal about these objections. So this stage is usually where people quit the most because they are learning something new. Okay, it's hard. You have to do the work. You have to push your limits, maybe getting out of your comfort zone. But in that stage, if you can't take the objections or you're too perfectionist, that means that you're taking too long maybe to do a picture or doing a blog, and then you're not going to see the results straight away. You're going to be discouraged. So that's why it's so important that you put these objections on the side, and at the end of the day, whatever people are thinking, and you shouldn't take it personally. You know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve, you know your goals, push forward for that. So if you can put the objection and stop being perfectionist, the third stage and the fourth stage will be so much better for you. So that is why it's very important to move up that stage, because that's where usually most people quit. So in that stage also you have 90% of mindset and 10% of skill. 90% because in your mindset you have to change your mindset. You have to do your self-development, and that's how you're going to be able to move forward. All right, so the third stage is a conscious competence. So you have identified your skills, you know what you're doing, you don't care about the naysayer, and you're doing what you have to do to move forward, and you have learned your new skills. But in that stage usually you stop learning, and that is the big mistake you can do. You always need to be a student, you always need to learn something new. So that's why when you do that, when you are trying to learn something new, always get maybe into a routine to learn more, to be part of a group or a community, and you'll be able to always improve yourself. So in that stage, it's people usually, okay, they have learned, they don't care about the rejections, but then they don't post consistently. They stop learning something new, and they just stop everything, and they think that, okay, I learned something new, I know what I'm doing, and I don't need to learn anymore. So that stage is where you stop learning. That stage is where you are not consistent with your post or your learning, and you're stopping teaching. When you have a team, you have to constantly teach them something new. You have to constantly giving them value, and that's how you're going to move forward in your business. So in that level, you are going to practice and always work towards to learn something new and bring your team to the next level. And that's how you're going to have this momentum. So that was a conscious competence, the third stage. So now you're going to go to the fourth stage, which is the unconscious competence. And that is when you know you reach the last stage and you reach your momentum. Because everything you're doing, you're learning, you're posting, everything is like second nature. You don't have to think, you don't have to spend too much time being perfectionist. You are going to recruit people, you're going to promote your stuff, and it doesn't matter what is the end result, and it doesn't matter what is the outcome. If you have naysayers, if you have people rejecting you, you're not going to pay attention. So that is where you know that you are into this momentum and you're going to build your business to the next level, and then you're going to have results and success. So in that way, you're going to do your skills, practice your skills, and it's going to come easily, like a second nature. That's how you're going to see that you're ready to maybe learn a new skill or do something different, but you are already in that momentum, which is great for you and your team. So I'm going to go back to the fourth stage. The first one, the unconscious incompetence, is when you have to identify your skill. The second one, the conscious incompetence, when you know what to learn, but you are frustrated because you have objections, because you're too perfectionist. Now after you have the third stage, which is the conscious competence. So you have identified, you don't care about the objections, and you have learned a new skill, but you are not consistent. You are not practicing, and you think that you can sit back and just relax, and people are going to come to you. So no, you need to reach the fourth stage where everything is like you are doing is like a second nature. Okay, so very important that you do that. So in conclusion, you have to make a commitment. You have to learn, practice, and teach, and that's how you're going to have a better team, better community around you. And if you have a group, you can always help someone, and that's how you're going to build your business to the next level. So I hope you got some value with this video. You can leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to get back to you. I'm going to put also on my YouTube video the Facebooks, because that's where my platform is, and that's where most of the time I'm there. So you can leave me a message on my messenger. And if you like my videos, you can always subscribe on my channel if you didn't do it yet, and you can share also. So thank you guys. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.